Good evening, everyone. My name is Daphne D. Williams of DwriteWELL.com. That's DwriteWELL, where I write to brand your market. So this is day number 9 of the Nato Bryant, Mr. I Make Noise, I Make Noise University video challenge. That's a lot to say. So my three top marketers. I would say Harriet Tubman is my first. The reason why I choose Harriet Tubman is because I just love her story. I love that she was resilient. She didn't stop. She wouldn't stop. She can't stop. Can't stop. Get it, get it. She never stopped. She never got caught. She was really what you call a beast. She didn't care. She said she would have freed more slaves had they known they were slaves. And I feel that way about entrepreneurship. I would help more people become entrepreneurs or to leverage their ideas and their gifts and their talents if only they would get out their own way and become who they already are. And sometimes we're just stuck in our own way and we don't push out purpose because we're stuck and we're so accustomed to a job or to certain things. And not to say that you shouldn't have a job, but you can have a job and a side hustle and be an entrepreneur. I was talking to a young man from my church. His wife is a writer and she does a lot of different things. And he said, look, you need to get with my wife because I need for her to be motivated. I need for you to help her go to the next level. She has a degree because I told him my story. I had 4 degrees and couldn't find a job. So I created my own job through entrepreneurships. And I started my youth program where I teach girls to become entrepreneurs. It's called Motivated Beauty TeenPREneur, and basically it's on Facebook. You can go to facebook.com/Motivated Beauty Academy. So my second person, my marketer, would be my mom. My mom used to gather up all the youth in the hood when we lived in Brooklyn, and she would play softball with them. She would play all kind of sports. She would teach them just all kind of skills and teach them to be good little children and just try to engage the children in the neighborhood. There wasn't a lot to do, so there was some adult supervision. So she provided some adult supervision for the youth in the neighborhood. And so my mom would be number 2. And she took us and all the children to plays and different things of that nature, performing arts, Sandy Duncan, Peter Pan, things that we would have to go to the city for. And so at first I used to not like this because my mother used to take all the children to the library and my mother was barely off work. So when she would take us, she would take the children. I wanted her for myself for that day. But what I realized that she was doing was she was sowing seeds into me on how to design and create my own programs. And so that's where I get the bug from my mom. And she also is a writer and she's an avid reader. And I always wanted to be like her. So I followed in her footsteps. And that's why I'm doing youth programming now. She planted that seed in me. I mean, her house is, I call her house a revolving door. That's the name of the business for her house. She has a in-ground pool. She has all these nice things that the kids trampoline and children come here they have fun when they come here. It's always fun. Everywhere we live, the children love coming to us. Since I was a little girl, I've been doing what I'm doing now, but I didn't know that it was called mentorship at the time. It's just something that was innate. And so my mom, she's one of my marketers. She doesn't really know it, but and now she passed the mantle to me. And the third one, and I would say third and fourth. I have 4. Oh my goodness, I have more than 4. But I would say LaShonda Henry. She was the first person that I spent $97 with online. She is sistersense.com. She is my girl. She has pretty professional websites.com. Guys, tell her I sent you, Daphne D. Williams of DwriteWELL.com. That is my girl. I got something. That is my girl, and she's amazing. Her name is LaShonda Henry. One thing I love about her, she's consistent. She's consistent. She's always giving out information. She's loving. She's kind. She's real. She gets the job done. She has integrity. She's a dope designer, dope graphic designer, a dope businesswoman, a dope woman leader, and she's one of my first mentors online, and she asked me to speak on her webinar series that she has yearly. What 2 years in 1994. 2014, and I was just so excited because she's someone who mentored me, and for her to ask me to come on her webinar and speak, I was just amazed. And I spoke on because we were speaking in New York. I had met up with her when I was back home, and she was coming to visit. She's from New York too, but I met her from YouTube, and we met offline, and she was just simply amazing. And she asked me what was I up to, and I said, girl, I make money on Instagram. I made $1,500 in 5 minutes. She was like, what you gonna teach that on my call? And the last person I'm trying to get under 5 minutes is Mr. Nate O'Brien himself. The information I learned from him and Jermaine Steele are just absolutely amazing. And I have so many others. Oh my gosh, why did I start naming names? But that's the part of the video. So the one thing I like about Nate and Jermaine Steele is they are consistent too. They're driven, they're diligent, they don't stop. They share their stories of how they started, of the people who, shunned them. They were the underdogs, and now they're the top on top. So I'm excited because they're on top. I'm an underdog too, so I'm about to blow up too. I'm about to be a millionaire this year too. I love the fact that they're both, they're making money, they're posting what they're making. And at first I used to